Why is a rapidly intensifying bomb cyclone poised to unleash one of the most bizarre, volatile, and dangerous weather patterns America has experienced all winter? And what does this dramatic atmospheric upheaval mean for the millions of Americans who will find themselves directly in the path of this fast-strengthening storm during the sacred stretch between Christmas and New Year's? At this very moment, Saturday evening, December 27th, we are witnessing a fundamental flip in the national weather pattern, a reversal that is about to drag winter back with ruthless force. Just as families are returning home from holiday gatherings and preparing to cross into a new year, Mother Nature appears intent on testing our readiness, resilience, and resolve with one of the most complex and hazardous meteorological events in recent memory. After weeks of record-breaking warmth that lulled many into believing winter had loosened its grip on America, multiple storm systems are now converging, threatening widespread heavy snow, dangerous cold, destructive winds, and the resurgence of severe weather across vast portions of the country. But make no mistake, this is not just another routine winter storm forecast. This event is fundamentally different. It is rare, it is volatile, and the warning signs have been quietly assembling for those who know how to read the atmosphere. At precisely 4 minutes and 45 seconds, I will explain how a pressure collapse of 24 millibars or more within a 24-hour window will trigger explosive cyclogenesis this weekend, bringing to life the old weather adage that when winter sleeps too long, it awakens in fury. By the 8-minute mark, you'll understand how a pronounced plunge in the jet stream over the Midwest will anchor a powerful low-pressure system across Minnesota and the Dakotas, creating the kind of atmospheric alignment that veteran meteorologists genuinely fear. At 12 minutes, I'll reveal specific snowfall totals and severe weather timing for over 50 major metropolitan areas nationwide, including the exact figures emergency management officials are using to make life-and-death decisions. These projections are built on data updated within the last 75 minutes, sourced directly from the National Weather Service, Storm Prediction Center, and emergency management agencies across the country as they prepare for what could become a historic event. By minute 18, you'll know the precise timeline of the Arctic air surge trailing this storm, an icy blast poised to drive temperatures sharply downward across much of the United States, placing enormous strain on infrastructure and testing communities nationwide. And by the 22-minute mark, I'll show you why this pattern is far from over. A relentless train of Alberta clippers is set to follow through early January, delivering repeated snow events and ushering in what our ancestors might have called a true winter of reckoning. But first, let's address why this bomb cyclone has seasoned meteorologists deeply concerned about the rapid intensification unfolding before our eyes, and why old-timers anticipated this long before modern supercomputers confirmed it. A bomb cyclone occurs when atmospheric pressure plummets by at least 24 millibars within 24 hours, signaling explosive development of a low-pressure system capable of unleashing widespread disruption across multiple states. This kind of rapid deepening creates the ideal environment for multi-day, multi-hazard impacts affecting millions, especially during the busiest travel period of the year. One of the primary drivers behind this event is a dramatic dip in the jet stream over the Midwest, forming what meteorologists refer to as a loaded gun atmospheric pattern. A powerful low-pressure center will become entrenched over Minnesota and the Dakotas, while intense southwesterly flow sweeps across the Midwest, pulling deep Gulf moisture northward into a violent collision with Arctic air pouring south from Canada. This is not a scenario involving scattered showers, isolated thunderstorms, or minor travel disruptions. What's unfolding is far more severe. Snow accumulations of 2 to 3 feet are possible across parts of the northern tier, creating whiteout conditions capable of stranding travelers and overwhelming communities. Wind gusts may surge to 50, 60, even 70 miles per hour, strong enough to uproot trees, damage structures, and leave millions without power at the same time. Severe weather will roar back to life across portions of the Ohio Valley on Sunday, producing a dangerous contrast of hazards that will push emergency responders to their limits. A powerful cold front will stretch from Texas and New Mexico all the way to New England, forming a continent-scale battleground between warm and Arctic air masses as we move into late Sunday and Monday. An Arctic air mass will surge south, driving temperatures downward at an alarming pace and reminding us just how quickly winter can humble human plans. By mid to late next week, the jet stream will remain locked in a northwest trajectory, fueling additional storm development and cementing an active, punishing winter pattern. Now, let's break down what this unprecedented bomb cyclone means for more than 50 major U.S. metropolitan areas. Starting with those facing the most immediate and extreme danger in the northern plains and upper Midwest. Impacts will intensify rapidly through the weekend and early next week, directly affecting millions during peak holiday travel. Minneapolis, St. Paul, and the entire Twin Cities region face the potential for historic snowfall, totals amounts that could rival the legendary storms our grandparents still speak about. Snowfall of 12 to 18 inches is possible, combined with dangerously low wind chills and full-blown blizzard conditions that could render travel nearly impossible. Cities such as Fargo, Grand Forks, Duluth, and Bismarck may see even higher totals, 18 to 24 inches, or more in the heaviest bands, placing immense strain on emergency services. Farther south, Milwaukee, Madison, Green Bay, Des Moines, and Cedar Rapids will lie along the southern edge of the heaviest snow shield, with 8 to 14 inches likely, accompanied by powerful winds capable of creating near whiteout conditions and widespread disruption. Great Lakes region, a double threat unleash to cross the Great Lakes region. This bomb cyclone will generate enhanced snowfall as powerful lake effect processes interact with the primary storm system, creating a dual threat scenario that seasoned forecasters take very seriously. Cities including Chicago, Detroit, Grand Rapids, Cleveland, Toledo, and Buffalo are likely to experience significant snow accumulations paired with dangerous, sustained winds, producing blizzard-like conditions capable of paralyzing the entire region. Farther east, Rochester, Syracuse, and Erie, Pennsylvania sit directly in the crosshairs of intensified lake-effect snow bands. These areas could receive substantial additional accumulations beyond the main storm, potentially pushing totals into some of the highest ranges seen this season. Ohio Valley, where winter meets violence, moving into the Ohio Valley. This storm reveals its most complex and dangerous personality of volatile transition zone where deep winter conditions collide with severe weather, showcasing nature's raw power. Cincinnati, Columbus, Dayton, Louisville, Lexington, and Indianapolis will lie along this boundary, where heavy snow rapidly transitions to severe thunderstorms, creating immense challenges for emergency managers. Farther north, Pittsburgh, Morgantown, and Charleston, West Virginia will likely remain on the cold side of the system, facing heavy snowfall and hazardous travel conditions, even as severe weather rages just to their south. Northeast, high impacts. Sharp gradients for the Northeast, significant winter impacts are expected, though totals will vary dramatically depending on the storm's exact track and timing. Albany, Boston, Worcester, Providence, and Hartford are forecast to receive moderate to heavy snowfall, creating conditions that could grind regional travel to a halt. Meanwhile, New York City, Philadelphia, Baltimore, and Washington, D.C. may experience primarily rain or mixed precipitation, but even slight timing shifts could dramatically alter outcomes, underscoring how narrow the margin is for these densely populated corridors. South and Southeast, a violent holiday threat. Now we turn to the South and Southeast. where this storm system poses a serious severe weather threat during what should be a peaceful holiday period. Nashville, Memphis, Knoxville, Birmingham, Huntsville, and Atlanta sit squarely in the heart of the danger zone, where damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes are all possible during peak travel hours. Farther east, Charlotte, Greensboro, Raleigh, Columbia, and Charleston may encounter intense supercell thunderstorms along the advancing cold front, capable of producing destructive winds and large hail, placing millions at risk. Texas and of the south-central states across Texas and the south-central region. The severe weather threat stretches westward along the frontal boundary. Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston, Austin, Little Rock, and New Orleans must prepare for severe storms capable of rapid escalation, particularly as atmospheric dynamics sharpen late Sunday. Thank you guys. See you next video.